What's up, Shinobi Army? Welcome back to another one of my videos. I'm Gav. If you don't know me, welcome to the channel. Today I'm gonna be talking about how you can make thumbnails like this, and like all these other ones. And this is a very simple method if you have more than 5 brain cells. All you need to do is have a PC. I'm sorry you cannot do this on mobile. I'll try and come up with another way to do similar stuff on mobile. But this is how I make my AFSE thumbnails for the people who have been asking. Yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so first off, before you do anything, you want to establish what your video is about, right? Obviously. So let's say you're making a video, or let's come up with something. All right, hold up, let me go to my Google. All right, so we're gonna do Ichigo. So search Ichigo. You're gonna search like Ichigo. You're gonna get your picture that you want to base it off of, right? So let's go with this picture, this Ichigo Bankai picture, right? You get the hollow mask. All right, so let's go to roblox.com, right? We're gonna go to marketplace. Also, there's gonna be 2 parts to this, or I'll show you how to do it with your own avatar during this, but like, yeah. So we're gonna search Ichigo. We got this fit. Do we want to? It'll show you guys how to do this separately if I can find a good phase. But yeah, we got everything we need. We can close this now. We can close that. We can close that. So we're gonna keep that. All right. So what we're gonna do, right? Load up Roblox Studio, right? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to create or open a template, do base plate, and then delete this base plate out the middle. So really, it doesn't really matter what you do as long as it's like a blank thing. So next, before you even do anything, go, and I want you to go in your desktop, right click, add new, and then do a folder, right? And name it Blender Characters. All right, and as you can see, I have a lot of characters in here already. So once you're in here, right click, new again, folder. And since I'm doing Ichigo, I'm gonna go Ichigo character. There we go. Click in there, and now we're gonna look at all of these things that we have in here. So first off, we're gonna go Ichigo clothing. This is gonna be the muscles, like the part that's like on the body. All right, we're gonna go Ichigo robe, and you're pretty much gonna add a folder for each individual thing, like Ichigo face. All right, Ichigo sword, Ichigo mask, boom, and then we got all our stuff in here. Now this is a kind of complicated one to do, and I did that on purpose because I wanted to like give you guys as much information as possible so you guys can retain this. And if you ever need to go back to this video for steps, I'll bookmark every single step in the video so that you guys can go back and like rewatch different parts as needed. All right, but the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go into Roblox Studio. Right now, like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm gonna tell you guys how to do this with just your own avatar if you wanted. So if you're doing this with your own avatar, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go plugins, go to load character, and type in your own username. Mine is Gav1431, so we're gonna go Gav1431 and spawn R6, not R15. And make sure you put the origin position to 0. The name tag don't matter. You can click on it, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna right click, save, export, yada yada yada. But that don't really matter. With this, as you can see, we have 2 accessories, right? So we're gonna drag those outside into the workspace, right? And then take those, group as model. So click it and click Control G, and it'll model it, right? And then make sure you put those also at the origin, and make the rotation or the orientation is 0 also. That'll make sure everything's in the right place in Blender. And you're gonna do the same stuff with this as we're gonna do with the anime stuff, right? All right, so say you don't want to do your own character. I know I didn't really just explain fully what you're gonna do, but we're gonna spawn our R6 rig, right? So if you guys can hear noise in the background, it's because my little brother's watching movies, so don't pay no mind to that. We're gonna spawn our rig, right? And we're gonna change the skin color, right? So we're gonna do that. We're gonna open this, and then we're gonna click, hold shift and click on the torso, and then keep holding shift and click on the head, right? And it's gonna select all this, and then click brick color down here and pick your skin color. I'm doing light orange because that's, you know, what fits Ichigo. If you're doing like someone with a, you know, like a darker skin tone, you could do like they don't really have any good ones for brick color actually. This one's pretty good. Oh, it's just brown. Okay, they don't have really good options. This one's kind of good, but yeah, you can pick whatever fits best for your character. I'm doing light orange for Ichigo. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna click this plus on this R6, and then click add pant, and then add shirt. And what you're gonna do, right, is you're gonna go to your shirt, right, and you're gonna copy this ID, copy it, go back in, click on the clothing, go into properties, and paste that ID into shirt template. And as you can see, he has the shirt now. I don't have a pants, so I'm just gonna delete the pants. You're gonna do the exact same thing with the pants, exact same process. All right, now that we did that, we can get that out of here. I like to delete them as I import them. Now since I did that, I'm done with the clothes, so I'm gonna right click on him, click save / export as OBJ, and then we're gonna go Blender characters, Ichigo characters, and then Ichigo clothing, right? And then I'm gonna just clothing, boom, and it'll save. and then you can delete this rig. You don't need it no more. Next, you're gonna paste this command in. You're gonna paste this command in. I'll have it in the description for you to copy. And you're gonna go to your stuff that you want to paste in. Like first I'm gonna do the robe. I'm gonna copy that ID, right? And I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna go back into studio, and then where it says load asset in the parentheses, paste in that ID and then click enter, and it's gonna show a model up here in the top right. Set that position, just delete and click 0, enter, bring it to middle. Make sure that this orientation is also all zeros. And then what you're gonna do, right click, same thing, save as export as obj, and then put that into the corresponding file. Like this one's gonna be robe, so I'm gonna go robe, boom, and then delete it. Next, eyes glowing, copy, paste, enter, 0, 0, export as obj. This is the face, we're gonna put it into face, boom, and then delete, and just rinse and repeat until you have everything exported. All right, then once you export everything, you can just save or quit and don't save. You don't need this no more. Next thing, you're gonna download these 2 assets that I put in the description, and then once you have them downloaded, also make sure you have Blender downloaded too. Just open the Lightroom, just double click that and it'll automatically open to this right here. If it spawns you inside the camera, what you're gonna do is hold shift and then click your tilde, right? And it's gonna bring you, and you can move around with WASD. E is to move up, Q is to move down. If you use your scroll wheel up, it'll make you faster. Scroll wheel down make you slower. If you hold shift, it'll make you just move insanely faster, like a sprint almost. But I'll just move that out of the way for now, and then click this camera in the top right to go in and out of it. Or if you have 0, or like if you have a number pad, you can click 0 to put you in and out. All right, and then now that we're inside of here, we're gonna do file, append. We're gonna double click on paint rig v3, double click object, and then hold shift and click the top and bottom asset. But before you do anything else, hold control and then click on each one of these things that start with the word cube. Everything else you want to keep blue. The rest of these you want them to not be highlighted, and then click append. It's gonna import everything, right? And you're probably gonna think, oh, that me clicking off of that didn't do anything. It did. It made it where you can delete these on their own, right? So they'll be on their own, right? So you can drag, you can delete it one click delete, not backspace. You have to use actual delete key on your keyboard. So if you have a 65 or 60% keyboard, you are cooked. Oh yeah, X works too apparently. But yeah, whatever you want to do. Next thing, before you do anything else, click on this little viewport shading material. Click that, and it's gonna make him purple. Now you're gonna move him. Also, if you don't know how to move, you hold down your scroll wheel, and that makes it to where you can turn. If you hold shift while you do that, it'll make it to where you move around. Scroll in and out to zoom, and that's about it. Or if you want to hold shift and click the tilde, you can move around with WASD like you do in Roblox Studio. Just be careful using that, because if you click buttons randomly, it can mess everything up. All right, so next you're gonna click on his head, right? Make sure roll one's open. You want to be on iDark Games 9, right? And you want to drag this up, scroll out, move over, click this folder right here, and you want to open your Ichigo folder, and then go into your clothing, and then double click the PNG right there, right? And it's gonna put the clothing on him. It looks weird because he's naked right now, but it's just because you need the muscle. So first thing we're gonna do now is we're gonna go file, we're gonna import, and we're gonna go wavefront OBJ, go to your Blender characters, click your character, and then first thing we're gonna do is do the face. So we're gonna Ichigo face, import that. We're gonna drag that up and rotate it as we need it, just to fit his face, right? You wanna turn it 180 degrees if it's backward, just kind of like rotate it as needed to fit. Like it's not really 1-to-1. It's gonna be different for everybody. All right, y'all, don't worry too much about getting the face perfect, because you're not gonna be able to see this under face. It doesn't matter. So you can just turn that down, or do whatever the heck you want. But pretty much the next thing you're gonna do, right, is you're gonna click on this face, right? So select it up here, and then hold control and click head attachments, right? And now you're gonna go and you're gonna hover your mouse over here, don't click nothing, and then hold control and P, and then you're gonna click object. And now once you go into transform mode, like once you click on these boxes, go to pose mode, right, the head will move along with the head attachment, right? So go back into object mode, and then we're gonna import our hair and stuff. Now we're gonna do the same thing that we did with the mask, right? Boom, right? And then again, click on the hair, head attachments, Control P, object, and again, once you go into pose mode, it'll stay on there. And now do this with anything else you need. So we need to do that with one more item, which is our mask. So let's import our mask. Make sure you're doing the OBJ, and let's line that up with this face. So yeah, I think that looks a little better. And now every single thing is going to be attached. Next off, we're going to add our clothing. Import it the same way you do like the wavefront OBJ, go our robe, import the OBJ, right? And it's gonna import like this. This is kind of big and baggy, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna size it down just a little bit, like transform the scale down a little bit, boom, and like just move it as need be. Like that's a little bit better, but we can do adjustments for each thing, right? So then move that to the side, right? Drag yourself over here. What you're gonna do, click tab, right? It's gonna pull up your edit mode. Now when you're over here, click M, and then click click by distance. It's gonna merge by distance, right? So you can click on here, click L, and it's gonna select that entire side of the thing, right? And you gotta select the entire thing. Like, make sure you get every side, right? Make sure you get the sleeves, everything. And if you accidentally select something you're not supposed to, click Control Z and it'll unselect that. Like, see? Like, and we can go on the inside. I think that'll make it a little easier. Yeah, see? Sometimes getting stuff like this is really annoying. And then what we're gonna do? My bad. No, you don't do Control L. You just click P. I'm stupid. All right, and then click by section, right? And it's gonna make that separate, right? And you can go back to your click tab again and put you back in object mode. Move that over. The sleeve, fine, you can leave that there. We're gonna get rid of it. Go back into edit mode. Do the same thing with each separate part. Like, we're gonna go boom, 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 boom. All right, and then we're gonna go P by selection, object mode, and we're gonna move that bitty way over, right? And then we're gonna go in here, edit mode, boom. It's fine. All right, this part about to be annoying. Just make sure you get it all. She select everything, every little bit. I did say it was easy, but this is actually not easy, bro. I'm a liar. But like, if you're not willing to put this effort in, just give up, bro. I'm just kidding. Don't give up on your dreams, bro. Don't never give up on your dreams. Don't let nobody convince you to do that. But yeah, just slowly but surely. I couldn't get that one part, but you can't really notice, so it'll be fine. I'll fix that afterwards. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna drag this part, right? We're gonna drag it onto his body, and we'll just leave it there for now, right? We'll leave it right there. It'll be fine. We're not gonna see most of his body in the picture, so it'll be fine. Then we're gonna go. It's gonna look bad right now. Like, you're gonna have leftover bits. It's gonna be fine. So, right now that we got everything selected, right? Everything on that one side. P, selection, boom. Object mode, drag that one part over, right? And it's gonna be weird because it's like that. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. So what we gonna do now? This part is all like that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try something new, and I'm gonna just keep deleting all this extra stuff so that we can get it out the way, right? You know what I mean? Vertices, bro. All right, keep deleting the extra stuff. That's what I'm gonna do, just to make it to where I don't gotta reselect everything. You know what I mean? You can just delete the extra stuff. Boom. All right, we got that done. Now what you're gonna do is go back into object mode, and you're gonna drag each of these bits, right? Why is there, just drag onto different parts. All right, so we're gonna go boom. That's on his arm. Drag that bitty up. Boom, we got that on his arm. Same with this. Boom, drag that to his arm. That's gotta go up a little bit. Boom, lift a little bit, down a little bit. Boom, drag that. Boom. Boom. All right, we got that all lined up and stuff. Don't try and do Ichigo, bro. He's annoying to do. All right, so next you're gonna go into your modifiers, right? We're gonna pick, I'm gonna just click on this torso, right? And then click add modifier, deform, and then surface deform, right? Then I want you to hold shift and click on each of these different parts, so you have the whole thing selected, and then click on the torso again, the one that you have the modifier. Then I want you to do Control L. This time it's actually Control L, and then click copy modifiers, right? And now they all have this modifier. Now listen to me carefully. I want you to click each different part of the body, right? So we're gonna go torso on him, set levels viewport to 2 and renders to 2. This is important, I promise you, or else your render will not come out right, and your clothing is gonna look all deformed, and it's gonna look like it's a piece of origami. Like, it's gonna look really bad. But go to each thing. The Mandula 5 is the right leg. Change that to 2, 2. Left leg, 2, 2. All right, that is important. All right, next, click on your right sleeve, right? Click target for your right arm. It is gonna be Mandula 6. So search men, and then click Mandula 6, bind. Torso object is gonna be torso and bind. Left arm object is gonna be Mandula 8, and then bind. The right leg is gonna be Mandula 5. The left leg is just gonna be left leg, and then bind, right? Boom. Now when you go in, click on these little boxes right here, so it's on row bone, click object pose mode. If you were to click on the his middle torso and bend him over, it's going to bend with him. As you can see, everything is going to bend. It's gonna stay deformed. Now I'm gonna do the last thing. I'm gonna import his sword, because I didn't do that yet, because I wanted to wait until after I had that done and showed y'all how to do that. Ichigo sword, and imports. Boom. And what we're gonna do is I want to actually turn it around, right? Turn it around, tilt it up, right? I can probably fix it to where the chains aren't messed up, but it's fine. I'll do that in a minute, right? Y'all don't gotta do that, it's fine. All right, and then what you're gonna do, right, is you're gonna look at your picture, and I want you to copy this pose, right? So he's doing that laugh. What we're gonna do is we're going to go back into pose mode. I want to turn him, right? He's gonna be turned a little bit. We're gonna click on his torso right here, bend him back. Just pose him however you need, bro. All right, then we're gonna pose our camera, right, to where he is full body in frame, but we want it to look like where it is in the thing, you know what I mean? Like, pose it wherever you, push it wherever you want. All right, and then we're gonna go back into object mode, I'm gonna take, as you can see, I put the sword in his hand. It's gonna look weird, like he's holding it weird. Like if we look, I can't really copy that because it's Roblox, but like this is the best I can do. But you want to make sure everything's in there, like, so we're gonna want it to go like this. The whole thing is going to be in there. Pretty much you got your pose, right? This is not the end, right? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to click on this TV screen down here. Click the render, scroll down to the bottom, and then turn on freestyle. This is for the line art, right? That I have. You do not have to have this. This is my personal opinion. I'll show you what it looks like with and without at the end. But next, we're gonna go to our lights up here. We can close out Roblox. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this iDark games to get rid of the head out of the render. Click on the lights. Click on right here material, and then warm and cold you can change. So my reference, he's got red. So what I'm gonna do is for warm, I'm gonna make that thing like a dark red orange. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit because I don't want it to be too much. And then cold, the opposite of red is gonna be light blue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like this type of blue. Now I'm gonna show you what it looks like with and without the freestyle, right? So first I'm gonna show you all without freestyle. We're gonna click render image, or you can just click F12 and it's gonna start rendering, right? Now this is what it's gonna look like without the outlines, right? Some of y'all might like it like this. So what you're gonna do, image, save as, and right, I like to save it into my folder for the character, like Ichigo folder. Say that Ichigo no outline, right? Save PNG. Not my type of thing, right? Turn on freestyle, render image. It's gonna render again. Holy crap, his looks kind of goofy with that. Low key, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Now this render looks weird with the outlines. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save it, right? Ichigo, right? All right, hear me out. We're gonna take it. Now that we're done, right? We're done with Blender. Before you close Blender, what you're gonna do, file, save as, and then go into your character, right? And name it your character and then rig. So I'm gonna go Ichigo rig. So you can, and then click save as, and then you can always go back to this. This is a big one. If you ever want to reuse this character for any other thumbnail, you don't have to redo all of this. You can go, just open that file and it'll bring you right back in here. Like I can show y'all right now. Close. If I go in there, Ichigo character, if I double tap Ichigo rig, it's gonna open it right back up. So you guys never have to do this again. And close it. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to Photopea. All right, quick disclaimer. Before you guys start copying what I do in Photopea, I just want to tell you guys, don't copy what I do exactly. Like if you copy what I do exactly and don't add your own spin or your own style to this, it's going to significantly decrease your views. This is not just me saying, oh, don't copy my style. It's because if you don't create your own style, people are going to see my style. If they recognize me, click on the video, see it's not me, they're not going to like that you're copying my style, or they're going to, you know, disassociate it with me or disassociate it with you, and then they're just not going to want to keep clicking. It's going to significantly, you know, impact your performance. So keep that in mind. You can use this in the website. I have the app. If you have Photoshop, it works just as well, probably better. I just use Photopea because it's free. I'm gonna name this Ichigo, right? Just because it's Ichigo. And then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take it. This is what I'm doing. To get rid of the lines off of his face, I'm gonna take both of those and drag them on at the same time, right? And I'm gonna make sure I want to keep them the same size, right? And what I'm gonna do, keep it like that, right? And then what I'm gonna do, Ichigo with the outline is on top, is what I'm doing. And I'm gonna go to erase, right? Size it up, right? Boom, right? Boom. Wait, hear me out. Hold on. And then I'm gonna merge them. Now they're the same. Now it keeps the outline all these, and it's gonna take it off of his hair like that. You know what I mean? And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna erase this outline off the back. Boom. Okay. Now we have our character, right? Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna right click blending options, and I'm gonna go to stroke. Make sure it's black. I put it on like 6. That's what I do. No, we're gonna go 4. If you see your thing still having like outlines like that, you can just go in and make that bigger. You can. That makes it to where it won't have the thing in the background. We got that figured out. So now next, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go red sky background, because he has like a red sky in the background. All right, we can find something cool like this. Here we go. We got something cool. All right, let's go with this. I like this. Go above background, paste it in. Boom. What we're gonna do, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna filter, blur, Gaussian blur, turn that to like 4.6. Yeah, that's good. And then we'll go Ichigo, blending options. No, hold up. No, I'm tweaking. Rasterize layer style, right? And then go bevel and emboss. If you are wondering why I'm like so like contradicting myself while during this process, is I go through a lot of changes during this process. It is never the same process. It all depends on the actual thumbnail itself. So yeah, this part's always gonna look different. And then I want to give him like a red film on top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just Boom. I'm gonna rasterize. I'm gonna do a clipping, or I'm gonna make that a clipping mask. Color overlay. We're gonna do just red, right? Rasterize, new layer style, right? Oh crap. Turn that clipping mask off. Then rasterize. Put it back. Then we're gonna go linear dodge, and then we can do multiply. There we go. Looks a little better. Okay. And then something I like to do, speed lines PNG. You're gonna look for the one by Vecteezy, right click, copy, paste it in. Put that on over top your background underneath your character. Then you're gonna do Control Alt T to drag into yeah, you know what I mean? Take overlay, boom, easy peasy. Change your fill down a little bit, and that looks good. All right. Sometimes I put textures over top of my characters if I feel like it. I don't feel like it right now. Sometimes I also do like a glow on the outer border. I'm not doing that with this because it's already really red. Next, we're gonna go AFS endless logo. Boom. First one that pops up. Right click, copy. Go on the top, paste that bitty boy in. Put that like right here. It'll be fine. What we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna copy paste, throw that on top. Boom. It gives it a little bit of a red glow. Then we're also gonna go bevel and emboss. Do the same thing with the glow, and then I'm gonna also add an inner shadow. Take off global angle, make it the opposite of what your bevel and emboss was. Turn up that spread, turn up that distance. You can see that, and then turn up size to make it blend a little easier. Boom. Drop shadow, turn off global angle, put that underneath or over top, and then I would turn up your spread and your opacity. Depends on how much you want your glow to look. And then if you want to make this to where those aren't there, you can just merge layers. Boom, boom. All right, now you got that. Also, sometimes what I like to do is I like to do my inner glow a little bit sometimes too. I'm gonna do a really light inner glow. Opacity's gonna go down. Then we're gonna go outer glow a little bit too. Same red, and boom, we got a nice little thing going. Boom, that's it. That's literally it, guys. And then file, export as PNG, EGO. And now, before doing anything else, look at this number right here. You see how it says 894 kilobytes. If that is over 2 megabytes, you're going to have to change this quality to 99%, right? You might not think that does much, but that significantly lowers it. And the reason for that is because if it is over 2 megabytes, YouTube will not allow you to use it as your thumbnail. So boom, save it, and you can close it out. Boom, you're done. That's it. That's the entire tutorial, bro. That was it from start to finish. If you guys stayed till the end, like and subscribe, bro. Like, what's also, this isn't just AFSE. You can use this style for any game you want. This is just anime in general. I just put AFSE in the title because that's my audience. I'm gonna need the clicks. If I want to get over 2,000 views or however, this might just get 50 views, but it's gonna help people. That's all that matters to me in the end. So yeah, make sure y'all like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so that I can get monetized. I want to try and get that done by, I want to try and get 1,000 by June because I turn 18 in June, which means that I'm going to be able to get monetized in June when I turn 18. So yeah, like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed. Also, join the Discord, buy the merch, do all that. I got to plug my stuff so I can fund these videos. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Join the Peace.